Hello guys and welcome back. Today I am finally reviewing my Eldridge full day wear test of the new Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint. I've had this maybe a month now since she released them. And I also have 7 lip liners and I'm going to swatch all of them on my lips so you can see kind of the difference between them. I'm going to wear the skin tint all day long. I mean, I've had it for a long time now and I have my thoughts on it and all that. But in one of my past videos, I've asked you guys if you were still interested in seeing a full day wear test, and the majority of you said yes. So here we are. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Tania. I'd love for you to subscribe down below if you enjoy makeup, luxury, all that good stuff. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. That is a great way, an easy way for me to communicate with you guys. Or if you have any questions or you need swatches, it's just easier for me to send you a picture of swatches or things like that. So make sure you follow me there and let's get started. I'm going to start with the skin tint. I kind of pulled the website here and this is $49. It comes in 18 shades. And it is supposed to be very fresh, luminous, light coverage tint. And it is a feel-good formula made of 78% skincare ingredients for replenished, healthy, and plumped-looking skin. I picked up 2 shades. I picked up the T6 and T8. Initially, I picked up T6, and I thought it was nice for more winter days or whenever I'm not tan, but I felt like I needed a more bronzier shade, so I picked up the T8 for pretty much summertime. In her original formula, I am the shade 11 whenever I don't have a tan, but I also have, I think, the shade 16, the more olivey one, and the shade 7. I don't know. I picked up a few shades because I like that for foundation for my kit, my makeup kit. So I have quite a few different shades for that. But I would say if I were to just pick one shade, it would be the shade 11. The packaging is nice. It's tinier than I expected, but I actually really like that because this is a product that I would carry with me, or if I want to travel, it's just easy. It has this flat area right here. Just like the foundation where you can place it. It's kind of plasticky. I wouldn't say it feels cheap, but it doesn't feel very luxurious. But for a skin tint, this is what I want. I don't want glass. I don't want anything heavy that can break. I want something easy. It is all white. It has the Eldridge gold lettering here. The lights are washing it out, so you can't really tell, but that's kind of how it looks like. I love the packaging. It's easy, no fuss. Does it get dirty? Yes, but I don't care. Let's swatch the shades. This is probably not the best thing to wear, but I'm going to swatch the shade T6 and T8 so you can see them side by side. You do need to shake this formula because it is quite liquidy. And here are the shades. T6 and T8. I'm going to blend them out a little bit so you can see the difference. Let me do a better job like this. Here we have T6 and you can see it's a little lighter, a little bit more neutral undertone, and the T8 has a little bit more gold in it. And that is the shade that I've been wearing the most just because I am a little bit more tan. I've been outside more, and the T8 is a perfect shade. I can pull off both shades. These are lighter coverage, so you're gonna be able to wear multiple shades. Honestly, I could probably use 4 different shades and that would be totally fine. The one thing that I've noticed with the T6 is that it's a true neutral undertone, and if you have more warmer skin tone, it can definitely pull a little bit gray on you. I've had that issue whenever I got a tan and I went to use the T6, and it was definitely pulling a little bit gray just because I had so much warmth in my skin. But I've been wearing the T8 lately just because it's summer and I like myself to have a tan. I have had requests to try to use the shade T6 as a concealer, so I'm going to do that. You can definitely put a couple of drops on your hand. I just put it on my face straight, which is weird. I usually don't do that, but I use my fingers with this all the time. You can use a brush. Make sure it's not a beauty blender, or if there's a brush, make sure it's kind of dense brush because it's quite liquidy. You don't want it to absorb too much product. But that was it. I blended this out. It was so easy. The formula is hydrating and it has different oils in it. You can look at the ingredients online, but it doesn't get too oily. So I found that very interesting because I was expecting with all those ingredients to be too oily and almost too glowy. This is not the case. It sets really nicely. I personally don't powder this. I don't feel the need to powder it. And it gives such a beautiful, natural look to your skin. And I have seen some reviews that said this is the lightest skin tint I've ever used. And I don't really agree with that. I feel like I can build this up. And I'm going to show you real quick here, but let's do a zoom in first. This is with a tiny bit of product. It just kind of evened out my skin tone. It didn't cover a ton, but I think it's definitely much more smoother than the side that has nothing on. And I'm going to put a little bit more. I'm just putting it on my finger right now and slowly building it up in the section that I need, which is right here. I have more freckles and I am able to build this up surprisingly well. Whenever you first apply it, it's definitely a light coverage. But look at that. I feel like that really smoothed out my imperfections, covered them a little bit. And I'm tapping and letting the product kind of almost dry a little bit and then going in to blend in the sides. But I feel like I'm getting up to a medium coverage with this product. I really have been using this as a skin tint, also a foundation if I need more coverage. I just add another layer and I am able to build this up. No more than a light medium. The most I could do is like a medium on my cheeks. So you're never gonna get full coverage out of this, but I feel like that's really good. I have a sunspot right there. The sunspot is not fully covered, but it is more blurred and kind of blended in. Also, what an awful place to get a sunspot right here, because every time I put a blush or highlighter, it just emphasizes that. And I also have it right here. I need to work on my skin a little bit, but this to me is a good light medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's a true medium coverage, but you know, it's close to that. I really love the coverage that I get from this. The finish, you guys can see, has a very beautiful finish. It's not too glowy though, so it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Phyto Tint Nude from Sicily. The finish is a little bit more powdery, but on the skin, they kind of look similar. This one feels a little bit more hydrating than the Sicily. But the reason I like this one so much is that it gives you that almost velvety finish to the skin and not too glowy. And this reminds me of that. Not as powdery and velvety. It's more hydrating. But again, it doesn't become oily and too sticky. It just sets down very, very beautifully. So this is the side with 2 layers. I build it up a little bit on the cheek area and I adore it. The color, my chest is a little bit lighter. My hands are a little darker. So I feel like it's blending in well enough. Let me do the other side as well. So I just put a little bit on my fingers. I love how easy it is to apply. I think fingers it's best. It feels like you are applying a skincare. Like it does not feel like you're wearing a foundation, even a skin tint. It just feels like a nice moisturizer that I put on. And that's it. It is so easy. And that was my left hand. I did a pretty good job. I'm usually absolutely awful at the left hand, so I'm going back to my right hand and building it up on the cheek a little bit. The thing that I really like about this product is that it stays on well, but when it fades, because it will fade, you'll see at the end of the day, it fades so naturally, so beautiful. There's no streaks. You don't see the product on the skin. I don't think anybody would know that you're wearing a skin tint or not, because it's just so natural. If you didn't love the foundation because it was a little bit too drying, this you're gonna love. I just don't know who's not gonna love this, honestly, because even if you have oilier skin, it's not too oily or glowy. It doesn't really get more hydrating throughout the day, and you can set it down if you really need to. I love it. I'm gonna take the shade T6 and use this as a concealer. I've had requests to do that, and I'm like, why not? I took a little bit on my finger and I'm gonna place it right here. Is this gonna be the most coverage under the eyes? No, it is a skin tint, not a concealer, but I just wanna show you how it looks like. Take a little bit on my eyelid as well. I was actually quite surprised that I was able to pull off the other day no concealer and just use this. Do I just think this is the best as a concealer? No, I would rather just use a regular concealer and cover a little bit more and have a better undertone, but for the sake of the video, I will show you. Here is a full application of the skin tint. T8 everywhere, T6 under the eyes, and just a little bit on the center of my nose to brighten up. I think the skin looks very clean, very natural. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything, honestly. Just a nice moisturizer. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish the makeup. I'm going to put a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of blush, something on the eyes, and then I'm going to come back and show you all the lip liners. Let me tell you what I put on my face, because I always say I will link it and I always forget. As a contour bronzer, I use this new Too Faced in the chocolate souffle color. This is fantastic. It is so blendable, very pigmented, and I'm just shocked. I love it so much. I don't own a ton of Too Faced products, but this one is fantastic. For the blush, I decided to go with a Cle De Peau in shade 3, one of the most beautiful corally shades, and I wanted this because the texture is not too powdery, it's not too creamy, it won't disturb the way the foundation would look like, if that makes sense. So I adore this product so much. It's one of those that I don't talk about too much, but I cherish it a lot. On the eyes, I just have one shadow all over the eyes, and it's one of these new Chanel ones. This one right here in the shade 240, and this is all I have on my eyes with some mascara. I forgot to mention that I did powder under my eyes with the Hourglass in translucent medium. I like this, that it's not too heavy, it's not too anything, it's just sets and it's nice. So this is how everything looks like. I do want almost like a corrector under my eyes, but I don't think it's tragic to just use that. If you don't want to use the concealer, this will even out a little bit more. I just personally would like a little bit more coverage right there, right under the eyes. But let's take a closer look. Here is the skin tint, nice and close. This is how it looks under the eyes. I really love the way this sits on the skin, the coverage that it gives me, how easy it is to apply the finish, pretty much everything about it, to be honest. I love it. I don't love it as a concealer just because I want a little bit more coverage. I kind of want to put a little bit more coverage under the eyes just so I will give kind of a good look overall to the finish. So I may just do that real quick. I did powder under the eye, so I really hope that this is not gonna ruin it all. I'm taking the Saie in the shade 6. I just want to show you how beautiful it just could look if you have a little bit more coverage under the eyes. The only reason I did that is because I had some questions about if you could use this as a concealer, and you can. You just need to know that you're not getting a ton of coverage. I already feel so much more put together just having this on. It's a little bit bright right now, but I'm gonna have to set it and kind of melt it into the foundation. Yeah, I like this better. I think that looks much better. I like the under eye to be smooth, and I think it almost makes the concealer seem like it has more coverage, but all you did was just kind of correct the under eyes. But I think it's beautiful. Lip liners. So these are a new formula from Lisa Eldridge. And if you are familiar with the old formula, that one is one of the most long-lasting lip liner ever. But once you put it on, you can't blend it in. It's just intense, very pigmented. Well, this is a little bit different, and this is also named a Sculpt and Shade lip liner, which automatically tells me that it's a little bit more malleable, it's a little bit more blendable, not quite as intense, because when you sculpt something or your face, you don't want anything too harsh, and that's exactly what these are. These will help you sculpt your lips. It will help you kind of define or cheat your lips if you want to make them look a little fuller. This is a great way to do it. Now, because of that, you're not going to have the longevity that you have with some other lip liners, like the Freck lip liner, even the Hourglass, the Lisa Eldridge. These are going to move a little bit more. That being said, I still use them every single day, and I find decent longevity with them. For example, if I eat, I will still have some of the lip liner on. It's just not going to be as defined as the other ones. So let's swatch them. Here are all the swatches of the ones that I've picked up. We're starting with 0N, 1N, 2N, 1C, 2C, 1W, and 2W. The N stands for neutral, C stands for cool tone, and then you have W for warmer undertones. I am going to try every single one of them on so you can see the difference between them. First one is 0N, and I'm applying it all over the lips so you can really see the color. But this one is definitely the most unique one, and I try to find a dupe in my collection and I haven't been able to find it anywhere. It is a true sculpting color. 1N is my most used shade because it's deep enough to define my lips, but it's not too cool tone, it's not too warm, it is perfect. I can literally pair this with any lipstick. 2N is a beautiful deeper shade. I like to blend this out with my finger, and you can see just how blurring and almost smooth it looks on the lips. Because the formula is creamy and blendable, it is so easy to blend out a deeper shade like this one, and it becomes very wearable. I like to pair this with a red gloss. I think it is gorgeous. 1C, it's a beautiful, lighter, pinkier shade. I was skeptical about this one because I don't pull off pinks very well, but this one is a very wearable, very beautiful. I like to wear it all over the lips, and sometimes I will take 2C and intensify the lip line a little bit and blend it in. I think that 1C and 2C, it's a great combo. Actually, let me apply this real quick just so you can see how pretty it looks. These lip liners are so easy to apply that I have done it before with no mirror. I just kind of like eyeballed it, and it turned out actually pretty well. So this combo, I think, is so beautiful. You can put a gloss on it, you can put lipstick, or you can wear it by itself. It's not drying at all, and I like this combo a lot. 2C is my second most loved and used color, and I'm quite surprised because I don't gravitate towards these colors usually, but the undertone, the depth, the color, everything about this is perfection. I think this color will look good on every single skin tone. I haven't seen one person that looks bad in 2C. It is a beautiful go-to everyday shade for me, and lately, in the past, I want to say 2 weeks, I think I've been reaching for 2C more than 1N, which is huge for me. So this is a keeper. I will forever probably have this in my collection. 1W is a little bit more of a peachy shade. For some reason, I expected this to be much warmer, but I actually really appreciate that it's not too warm to where it will wash me out, but it gives this beautiful peachy nude lip that is very flattering. Another shade that I couldn't find even a close dupe in my collection. There is something unique about this shade as well. I really enjoy it. I haven't worn it as much, but It is so beautiful, I really have to pick it up a little bit more often. 2W is my third most used color. I really enjoyed the undertone. There's a little bit of warmth in it, but again, it's not too much. And I think it's a very flattering. It is deep enough for me where I could use it as a nude color. I like the depth of this one a little bit better than 1W because I feel like it defines my lips. It makes them come alive and I can just use a balm on top of it and I don't feel the need for more. It is another shade that it's just not too warm, which is what I really like about these. The color I decided to wear today is 2N and I added more of a deeper red gloss. This is from Naturium in the shade Lychee. It's quite an intense shine, glossy, has quite decent pigment on it, and I thought, why not wear something more fun? I expect throughout the day to change my lips, but for now, this is what it is. I personally really like the lip liners. The formula is a little bit different than your regular long-wearing lip liner. It's more blendable. It can be worn pretty much all over the lips, and I just tested 7 lip liners and my lips didn't feel too dry. I really love the undertones. I think that's where this shines. It is fabulous, and because it's so easy to apply them, I don't mind reapplying them throughout the day. If you are looking for a budge-proof lip liner that lasts all day through eating, this is not it. But that being said, it's not one that just disappears, okay? It just fades a little bit more than some of my long-lasting ones. If I want to cheat my lips, make them look a little bit fuller or help with the symmetry of the lips or something like that, that you need to trick people into thinking your lips are even or fuller, this is a great way to do it, and I adore them. I really felt like I needed something like this in my collection, the undertones, but also the formula. I want to swatch my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude right there and the 0N. I had a couple questions how these compare, and this is 0N from Lisa Eldridge and Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit more cool tone and maybe a little bit more pink, as you can see right there. So here is Icon Baby from Charlotte Tilbury and 1W. I find these actually more similar than I thought they would be. The 1W is a little bit more intense, but the undertones are a little bit similar. Okay, the Icon Baby is just a little bit more peachy. Pillow Talk 1C, 2C, not similar. Pillow Talk is a little bit more cool tone actually. Very interesting. You know what I want to swatch? I want to swatch Love Trap right next to 2C. Okay, so that's Love Trap from Charlotte Tilbury and then 2C. Even though they're not exactly the same, I do see a resemblance in these two. The 2C is a little bit brighter and less cooler undertone. I'm telling you, the 2C from this one, from Lisa Eldridge is a beautiful shade that anybody could wear it. I want to try Hourglass in Expose 1. Because it's one of my favorites from Hourglass. Again, this is Charlotte Tilbury Icon Baby and 0N. Hourglass, it's a little bit warmer than those. So not the same, but you know what? Similar enough. So this is Hourglass Temp 3. Let me swatch 2C. Never mind. Hourglass is much warmer than 2C. A few more popular from Makeup Forever. I'm doing this because I got a couple requests to compare them. Anywhere Caffeine. Ooh, where should we swatch it? Let's just do it here. Here is Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. We have here 2W and 1N. No dupes so far, but I do want to try the Wherever Walnut. I'm going to put Wherever Walnut right under 2W because I thought maybe those would be similar. Oh, they kind of are. Those two seem to be probably the closest dupes that I've found so far. Let's put it next to the 2C. You can kind of see how much warmer wherever Walnut is. I feel like this is all over the place. I should have been more organized with this swatches. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'm sorry if this was so unorganized. It was definitely organic, and I kind of pulled out things that I thought maybe people would be interested in. But again, if you need some swatches, hit me up on Instagram and I will make sure to kind of take some pictures for you and let you know. So that's it for now. I'm going to wear this makeup throughout the day, do some natural check-ins and some at the end of the day. And I'm loving my skin right now, and the makeup, I feel very comfortable. I feel very like myself, and the lip will change throughout the day because I have a lip obsession and I love just reapplying and changing my lip throughout the day. That's it for now. I will see you in just a little bit. I am making my lunch right now. I am so hungry, and I literally just threw toast and an egg in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm starving. But I thought I would give you first check-in. I've been eating chips. I have an obsession with chips, and I've been trying to eat very clean and healthy and all that, but chips, these right here, I can't stop eating them. So I have to physically put them away so I will stop eating them. But back to the foundation or skin tint. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's only been maybe 2 hours. Maybe more. I don't remember, but it's been a little bit. I zoomed you in so you can see up close. I've kind of learned that if I go in straight light, it just washes out the product. So if I stay a little bit, like, you know, 3-4 feet away from the window, it gives the most realistic representation of how everything looks like. I feel like my skin looks healthy. It's not too oily. Yeah. I love it. Wait, let me flip the toast. I'm gonna turn that down. Also, I wanted to show you something. I have found the most comfortable thing on Amazon. It is this right here. This is an adult onesie, pretty much. It is incredible. It holds you in. It's a very, let me remove this, but I don't know if you guys can see, it's really fitted. It kind of squeezes you in, but it's very comfortable. So it's, I don't know, I adore it. And it also has the hand thing. I feel so cozy. And now I understand why onesies are so wonderful for babies. I'm pretty sure I left you in the kitchen last time. Here we are again. I just made myself an iced latte. And I want to show you something. It has nothing to do with makeup, but here is my kitchen table that has been taken over by my seedlings. So we did seeds early spring and everything grew. The only thing that didn't grow was 3 of my mint plants, but everything else grew. And so we have so many tomatoes. We have so many things, and Andrew just installed the boxes. We had to move them from last year. He had to make another one, another raised garden. Anyway, because they have gotten so big, I haven't been able to put them under my light, so I've been taking them outside for them to get sun, but it has been so cold lately, so I have to bring them inside, and some of the plants are so sad. Look at that. My squash doesn't like it. It needs more sun. So today I am going to transfer all of them outside. It'll be a big job, but I'm so excited. And we're going on a vacation in 3 days. So everything has to be set up. The water system has to be set up. Anyway, we have a lot to do. And so the foundation's lasting. Let me show you outside. So here are the 2 boxes. That's gonna have the tomatoes and everything. They're much bigger than you think they are. They're huge, actually. Look at this dirt. I think they missed the garden beds when they were putting the dirt in. And then right here, I'm gonna have the herbs, just because they don't need as much sun as the tomatoes and all that. And we still need to put some other soil in those. Anyway, I'm moving them today. I'm moving them from my kitchen counter, my kitchen table, into here. This makes me so happy. I cannot wait to move to a farm. There's some extra dirt there, and let me show you one thing. We had to move some of the garden beds, and look, the kale from last year is starting to come. That's thyme, carrots. Anyway, I think it's kind of funny that they're all coming because of some roots in there, but all this will have to be gone. Also, look how pretty these are. I just love my flowers. Okay, so here is the foundation. It's been many hours. I'm gonna zoom you in. Oh, that one goes outside, okay? My son's here, but here is how we're looking like. Honestly, I've been quite busy and I've been running around everywhere. And I feel like everything still looks very good. Changed the lip. Everything is still looking great. I love this product so much, and I will see you in a little bit. I was trying to remember if this is the second check-in or third check-in in Natural Light. I don't remember. It has been such a crazy day. But here is how the foundation looks like. It is 6 o'clock at night, so if I've had it on for maybe 8 hours, and I'm actually so surprised at how well it's holding up. I don't feel like it has moved a ton, maybe a little bit faded, although I don't know. What do you guys think? I have a mirror right behind me, but I'm looking in the viewfinder. Also, I can hear my son crying outside. Today was one of those days where I was so on edge all day. I'm actually very excited to go train and spar and get some of this frustration out. Anyway, back to the foundation. I'm actually so surprised at how well it's doing right now. It's a little bit more luminous and slightly glowy. Not bad though. This light always makes everything look glowier than it actually is. I have no highlighter on, and somebody started mowing. Why not? I'm gonna finish this soon though, because the dinner's cooking. But I'm actually very surprised how everything lasted. Even the eyeshadow, which is, did I say that what that is? It's a Chanel eyeshadow single. But yeah, I did touch up the lips again. This is Lisa Eldridge #1 with another Lisa Eldridge lipstick. Kitten Mischief, or no, Spirited Away. I don't remember. One of those, but I've just been playing with lip products all day. I told you I would change it over and over again. I just love lip products. So this is it. I don't think I'm gonna do another check-in in Natural Light, but I will give you a final kind of thoughts at the end of the day. I am so surprised how well this lasted. I've had it on all day long, and I've been outside quite a lot today and cooking and all these things, and it's still on. I am so surprised. Now, I've been wearing this since it was released, but at the end of the day, I don't sit there and analyze my makeup. I just take it off and I'm done with the day. I'm going to bed. So most of the time, I don't sit and analyze and check like how well a product has lasted. There obviously are those exceptions where it's either really good or really bad, and I notice it. But most of the time, I can't see far away. The mirror's far away when I wash my makeup off at the end of the day. So these videos are very helpful for me as well, just to sit there and analyze and kind of look at my skin and see how a product's really wearing throughout the day. This product is amazing. It has become my favorite skin tint, I think, in my entire collection. I adore it. I like that it's buildable. I like that it has skincare ingredients. I like that it lasts throughout the day. I love the finish. Again, I did not powder this except under the eyes. I feel like the blush is still staying on. That blush is really, truly incredible, the Cle De Peau. Here is how the product is looking like. I think it's a little bit glowier than when I first applied, but nothing bad. And again, I've been in the heat outside, in the sun. I know I'm wearing like long sleeves and a sweater, but it has been, I want to say 80 today outside. And I think it looks so, so beautiful. The pores look really good. Obviously, I'm wearing that concealer under the eyes. I see right here when I'm wearing glasses that there's some indentations there, but the forehead looks so good. Everything has faded a little bit, but it's so natural and smooth. There's no patchiness. There's still a ton there, but I can kind of notice a little bit here maybe that it has faded a little bit, which is to be expected, but it definitely has surprised me for how long it lasted on my skin today. I am loving it. Now I'm loving it even more than I did until now, just because of how well it lasted. Those are my thoughts on these new Lisa Eldridge products. I think they're beautiful. I want to say that this is probably my favorite release that she's ever done. I'm a lip liner addict and a skin tint addict pretty much. The skin tint, if I could only pick one product from Lisa Eldridge, it would be this skin tint. It's that good in my opinion. I adore this product so much. I feel like I've already used quite a bit of it, and I will probably have to replenish. I really wanted to try her mascara and her liner. I should have ordered it when I placed this order, but next time I'm gonna place an order for her mascara because I've heard that it is so good. If you've tried it, let me know. I have issues with my mascara smudging on the lower lashes, and I'm always looking for another great mascara. So that's it for now. I really hope this was helpful, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this product. I already know a lot of you have purchased this and you love it because you've sent me so many messages about it, which makes me so happy. So I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.